Okay, Chris, we have customers who moving to Nashville. They want new construction. They want at least 3 bedrooms and they really want 4. Got to be good schools. Don't have $1 million. Where are we going to go?
We're in Mount Juliet.
Okay. Do you really think you can show us something?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
So Chris, I'm glad that we happen to be going to this area because maybe a year and a half ago, we drove through here and it's really changed. You say they've finished building all their homes at Jackson Hills?
Yes, yeah, so we're headed to Jackson Hills. We got Mount Juliet High School here on the left, just for reference. And the new community we're going to is actually in the back of Jackson Hills. What was originally going to be Jackson Hills 2.0, they ended up not building back there.
So that's the Mount Juliet High School. So kids who live here at Jackson Hills actually walk. I think
Yes.
you mentioned.
They do. Mm-hmm. The new community, Jackson Hills, Stone Hollow on the other side, and then at this light here, we'll go to the next, we'll go up to the light here. And then at the light, about I don't know, maybe a half a mile through the neighborhood there is the elementary school.
And we just passed a Montessori school, I believe, on the left.
Yeah, so they built a lot here. And then this is, for reference, we're on Golden Bear Gateway. Costco's about 2 to 3 miles down the road at 40. And whole lot of new stuff coming down there. A lot of mixed-use development.
I remember Jackson Hills having a beautiful clubhouse.
They do have a nice clubhouse, a gym, resort-style pool, and there are resales in here. The values here have gone up quite a bit.
So it started around 2017.
Yeah, I think that was the beginning. They built in phases, of course, and then they finished out the last homes. You know, they had taken the COVID bump, but the early ones, some of these were built in here for 400, mid 400s, low 500s. They're now selling for $1 million, 1.1. 1.2.
That's crazy, but you know, Mount Juliet has really taken off. The entire area because of the lack of homes in affordable pricing in Davidson County, period. But also wanting to get out of the crowd of Davidson County, but still be close to Nashville.
Yes, yeah, for sure. And you know, the builders were behind, and honestly, you know, the inventory has definitely gotten better. We're really in kind of a balanced market here right now, but for the longest time, it was a seller's market because we had, you know, a month or two supply. Month and a half, 2 months, and we're probably up to 3.5.
But still, look, I'm driving through here. Have you seen a set for sale sign?
No, not yet. There's I was here just a couple days ago with someone, and I think there were 4 houses for sale.
And it's a big community.
It is a big community.
Well,
but beautiful homes. This is a kind of a unique, that without a doubt, the most popular community neighborhood in Mount Juliet, just because the style of the homes. And then so now we're headed into Bradshaw Farms. This was originally owned by Signature Homes, who built Jackson Hills. And Goodall sold it to Beazer. So, and one of the things about this community is they've got a unique product here that is not built anywhere else in Nashville. They got it out of Texas. They build these cottages, but they are single family style cottages.
Well, that's why I was excited when I was asking you. I've got so many people who don't want the really big house, but they still do want a master plan community that this offers. A little bit smaller but newer construction. And just, again, finding something that's here in Mount Juliet because the location is so prime. They may have children who live here and they want a smaller home but near their children. That's a big part of what's happening here in the Nashville area, too. Younger children with their grandchildren here in Nashville, and the parents want to be closer.
Yeah. Now you can see we've got the land right in front of us here is going to actually be the pool, the community center. This is a lifestyle community, so walking trails. They've got single family with, you can see a really good separation over there.
Yeah.
And then over here, so kind of facing the pool on 2 sides, and then backing up to these are the cottages, and we're going to go in that model right there. So we'll check it out.
Hey Chris, we're here at Bradshaw Farms. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of the cottages. They have both the cottages and the estates, and we'll talk about the differences, but let's see what they offer. Wow, that's a really nice open field, isn't it?
Yes, it is. This one's this is the model home, just finished last week actually.
Oh, good to see, because I know you've been walking in these with just a drywall, and it's funny how a room looks so much bigger once you finally have furniture in it.
Yes, for sure.
But look at all this, look at all this great light.
This is an interesting product. So this has never been built here in Nashville. They got this out of their Texas division.
Okay.
And first time being built, they seem to be selling pretty quick. I brought several people through and they really like them. It's a little unique. You have a 30-foot wide home, and it's more of what we would call here in Nashville HPR, which is that tall, skinny look, but definitely wider.
It doesn't have that really tall because it's straight up to the sky kind of look.
Yeah, this is only 2 stories and great parking. You've got a long driveway. You actually have a usable yard, which we'll get to, but you can kind of see it back there to that truck. You are allowed to fence.
But feeling back here, you know, you're open to the kitchen. It's got the open concept feeling without being all wide open and a little bit more privacy, but all the good natural light on all sides. You were just telling me, we're about 10-foot sidelines, which isn't huge, but by the time the other house over there is 10 feet, you've got 20 feet. So you've got the visualization of space.
Yeah, definitely a single family feel, just a little bit closer together, but not that zero lot line.
Yeah.
Feel.
Well, it's a community, what you were saying. With the sidewalks, with the new amenities they're about to put in, the clubhouse, they should have it finished by the end of 25, correct?
Correct. Yeah, the pool and everything, they're starting, I think they said next month or January, so.
You got some part of the porch is covered, and then an open space area too.
Yeah, I believe in this model, they added 1 slab there, but it is a substantial, you get the covered portion, then the 1 extra slab, and then they added 1 more.
And there's actually room to have chairs out there and really move around and use it. It's
Yeah, funny enough, you're standing in front of the outdoor furniture they're getting ready to put out there.
There you go.
But yeah, plenty of room for a grill. You can screen that in easily. Just a nice layout. For somebody who maybe doesn't need quite as much space, this particular model is 2250 square feet.
Well, I love the way they've done the dining room because it's informal, but it still has plenty of space. That's 6 chairs. Plenty of space to get around in. If I lived in this house, I would do all my work right here at the dining room table. You know, where you just feel like you're in the middle of things, but it gives some separation. Some nice detailing. We missed a good coat closet here at the front as you walked in the door.
Yeah, we did miss the coat closet. Now, I will say, so this island,
this is
obviously
huge.
not a semi-custom home, and not custom, not semi-custom, really.
Yeah.
You can change a few things. One of the things you can change is you can put that sink and dishwasher in the island.
In here,
You know,
okay.
if you want your countertop away from that window,
Or
you want your sink away from
That's
that
a great countertop. That's where kids play. That's where kids do all their artwork. This is where my messy stuff is. I've still got a window.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably an 8-foot island.
It's
That's
big.
quite nice.
4 chairs, and there's still room to get underneath this and not hit your knees. Nicely appointed. Dishwasher. Oh, this is smart. Take a look. So you've got the farmhouse apron sink, but they've moved the drain over to the other side so that you can do whatever you do here and move things down to the disposal.
Yeah, that may be my next sink right there.
I like that sink, and I like having it offset. I really don't like having the smaller sinks with a divider because your pots and things don't sit in there very well. This is pretty quartz tops. Nice tile.
Yeah, nice backsplash, nice tall cabinets.
These are tall cabinetry.
That's one of the things you can upgrade is cabinets, change the countertops if you'd like, pick different levels.
Now, one thing she mentioned is, I'm noticing, you know, they've done a good job with just having electrical outlets in places where you really need it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they do a great job of figuring out how people actually live in a house and then doing those things rather than having it be an afterthought. Okay, just good storage, good space. Now, this is interesting. You were telling me they're going to have a board that shows some of the different kitchen variations that you can use.
Yeah, so you can take a magnet section of whichever kitchen you want and swap it out and see how it fits in your plan.
So like you're saying, you could, if you wanted to, move the sink to visually see how you'd move the sink into the island and how you'd use it.
Exactly.
Okay, because that would give a lot more counter space under there.
Yeah, it's just a matter of, do you want to use your island for eating
What I was talking about.
You know, kids doing homework and that kind of stuff, or you want to cook over here and have the sink there.
Good beer pong sink. Okay, here's a good pantry. Not that I would play. I don't even like beer, but it is fun to play.
Okay,
Good
nice,
size pantry.
Yeah, nice walk-in pantry. A lot of times in a house this size, you don't see a very large pantry.
Hey, one thing to notice, this is the good luxury vinyl plank flooring that so many people are using. And you and I were just talking about this, that a lot of people go to this even over hardwood floors because you don't have the cupping, you don't have to have it sit in the house for a good month and a half to get accustomed to this moisture
the humidity,
in a house.
the acclimation process.
Yeah, and it doesn't scratch even if you have dogs and kids and play. But something else I've noticed is the here in Nashville, it's very normal, like always, that people have a shoe molding. And I heard from people from Boston and a couple other areas thought that's because we don't cover up our cracks, because they don't do that in Boston.
Really?
Well,
That's interesting. I've never heard that.
absolutely, you want to have a little bit of a difference between the two, because houses do settle, they do move, and it's just a way to finish it off. I've never heard that before myself.
So right here we have, on your right, my left, we have a powder room, and then you're standing in what will be the garage.
Nice powder room.
Yeah, nice powder room. And then the doorway there is what will lead into the garage.
So this would be the doorway from the garage. What they've done is they use this as a model home, and they have their offices there. So it still has this drop zone
little drop zone area for shoes
that everybody
and coats.
wants.
Yep.
And then one thing I noticed going up is that they've done the true hardwood treads. You can't use LVP on that, but the true hardwood treads up the landing. And it still has good natural light from the window.
So top of the stairs. Now we've got all the bedrooms down on that end, and then I guess we could start in
Look
this
over here.
really nice bonus room.
Wow, look at this room. Great tray ceiling, crown molding in the tray. This is huge.
Yeah, this is a
Double
really
windows.
nice.
Super space. This is carpeted. Now I'm assuming, typically when people buy a home, they actually usually add 30% of upgrades to it to make it really, really their own. Is that kind of the norm that you're seeing as well?
I think it depends on the price point of the house. You know, you get into the 700-800s, you're probably adding 10%. And when you get to that level of house, there's more structural included.
Oh, that's interesting to me. You showed me something about what they do here at Beezer. Don't let me forget when we get down here.
Okay.
Of how they really weatherproof it and keep it very efficient.
Yeah, we're actually going to see it straight ahead, because behind that
We're
that
going
glass
down?
door. Now that's not the kind of door you would get, but that's just to show the HVAC in their filter system. This house is very tightly sealed up. They frame exterior walls with 2x6 instead of 2x4.
Love that. It just feels so much more substantial.
Yeah, spray foamed, and the house is super tight. It's so tight actually that they have to use this this filter right here and suck fresh air into the house to circulate it. So one thing that does keeps your electric bills very low. Got a couple friends who have Beezer homes with that system, and they said their average electric bill in the wintertime is like $75.
No way.
Which is
Wow.
crazy for around here.
That's great. Well, something people talked about whenever you wanted to go to a green home was, you've also heard the same thought of the sick home. That's exactly what they're trying to work against, is making sure there's always constant fresh air circulating through. We've gotten better.
Keeps the dust down.
Yes.
Yeah, keeps it nice and clean, and it's always good to save money. And that's, every house comes with that. That's just how they build.
That's how
and then
they
it
do.
is I believe in these they do spray foam insulation
foam,
on the exteriors. Yeah.
Cracks and crevices. Okay, so let's look at the secondary bedrooms, and we'll say the best for last. How about that? One of the secondary bedrooms, nice thick carpeting. It feels good on my feet. I love the tall windows. It's always fun to see what they've done in each one of these. Oh yeah, this is a good sized closet.
And then across the hall, we've got the second bath. And that's another area where you can upgrade. Of course, it doesn't come standard with that tile. It comes to the tub, but
Okay.
you can upgrade the surround to all tile.
Okay. Linen closet between the two secondary bedrooms. Almost makes you want to have littles again, doesn't it?
No. My kids are grown.
That's when you have the grands.
Yes. Yeah, that
Nice
would be
big
good.
walk-in. Yeah. It's fun being a grandparent. But yeah, this is a good sized closets in here. Now this is a king size bed.
It is a king size bed. It's really a decent sized room. You know, one of the things
because think about it. The size of this house is,
I was just getting ready to say, one of the things you forget when you're in a house in a model like this, you forget that we're only in a 2,200 square foot house. While it's not tiny, it's not huge.
it lives big.
It does.
It does live really big. Tray ceilings, some good light already, the recessed light plus tile floor. Now I love what you were telling me about what you can do here. Option is,
Yeah, you can take this shower if you want a tub. You can take that. tub goes here, it pushes the shower down to the right, and then you do lose that
It's currently a linen closet.
linen closet there.
So
Yeah.
currently you have the linen closet in
But
the
you
shower.
do have, there's other storage in here, and you do have a nice, a good sized closet.
Well, I'm finding
walk-in
more
closet.
people go into, as long as there's a bathtub in the house, for whatever reason, having the bigger shower is what so many people are wanting right now. Especially this nice with this big expansive glass, and you still have some window, you still
Yeah.
have some light.
Yeah, that frameless glass is nice. And, and I really think, keeping the tub in the other one and then doing this tile surround is a great way to go.
Super option, super option. And then this big walk-in. And these are 9-foot ceilings up.
Yes. 9-foot first and second floor.
So we're here at the end of the year, and often it's a great time for buyers to actually take advantage of good deals that builders are having, because they don't want to carry things to the end of the year.
Yeah.
What was she telling us about what they've offered here?
So right now, this is, we're in November, and they've got 5 quick move-ins.
Okay.
We may go over to the estate lots. They've got a couple there, but only a couple left.
So the difference in the estate lot versus this lot is the width of the lot.
Yeah, the overall size, like that house, the biggest house over there can be 3,700 square feet, so considerably larger than here.
Right.
The cottages, the max, I think is 2,550 on a couple models. There's one model that has a primary downstairs. The other 3, the bedrooms are up. For right now, they're offering $15,000 flex cash for the cottages and $10,000 for the estate lots.
And flex cash means that they can use it either for a buy down for the loan or in upgrades that they want in the house.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Or
use it
combination.
pretty much whatever you want, yeah.
And they
Closing
do have
costs.
4 lenders. So you get to choose between their 4 lenders to be able to get that kind of option.
You do need to use their lender to get that money. You don't have to use their lender, but they're not going to give you that money, obviously.
Right.
Of course, nothing's free.
There's a
but
reason to it.
When $15,000, if you don't want to come out of pocket, if you're financing, that's money that you just don't have to write a check for closing costs.
It's hard. I mean, frankly, I feel sorry for the regular mortgage lenders who are out there doing individual mortgages, because it's really hard to compete with the builders' lenders now. But we're here to help you in finding your perfect home here in the Nashville area, and we're going to share you everything that there is to share with you, help you make that decision.
Yeah, we have a great partner in Brandon.
Yes.
But sometimes he gets people pre-approved, and you just can't compete with somebody giving you $15,000, $20,000, $30,000.
And he'll always say, I can't compete.
Yeah.
Have them buy with that lender and think of me next time. So that's why this team works so well.
Yep.
Let's go take a look. Do you want to see one of the estates?
Yeah, we'll go look at I believe it's the Kingston.
Okay.
Which is a new model they have. I saw it a couple days ago. It looks really
I
cool.
don't think it's furnished. No, what she told us is it's still got a lot of blue
It's
tape.
blue tape, so there's a lot of markings on it.
Which is good. Let's talk about what the process might be for somebody buying a new construction. Maybe they walked into this one, they love it, it's not quite finished yet, but they could do a quick move in. What would be the next step? It's obviously not furnished.
So the next step for them, and we say blue tape, and a lot of people are familiar with that. We used to, they literally give you a roll of blue tape and you go mark everything. They don't do that anymore. They do it themselves through the entire build process. So the last few houses I've closed with Beazer have been very well finished. And if there's anything, you do have a 1-year builder warranty, so you kind of save stuff to the end of the year, and then you do your walkthrough with them, and they touch up.
I will say, I still suggest that people do an independent inspection so they feel very comfortable and they have a really kind of an owner's manual for the house. But then again, Beazer and all the volume builders are really good at then doing a thorough walkthrough with you to teach you all about the house and the mechanics of the house.
Yeah, you'll spend a few hours walking through and checking everything and all the systems
And then let's talk about their 1-year builder's warranty. So what people do is, as you've moved in, you kind of take notes as little things happen, nail pops, that kind of stuff. And then at the end of if there's anything big that comes up.
Yeah, if you call them,
immediately.
If something fails, you call them and it's
right.
It comes out. But it's nice when you can just kind of save everything. You don't have to have them in your house every day or every week. If something little things, hey, we found this, save it to month 11. You go through and they just fix it all and
keep a running list, and they'll just knock it all out at one time.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really happy to see this, Chris, but let's go take a look at one of the estate's houses.
Okay, sounds great.
Hold on, I forget this all the time. Who am I? I'm a lifelong Nashvilleian. I am a lifelong realtor, career realtor. I'm also a retired general contractor. Why do I do these shows? I do a show every single week to help you. So many people are moving to the Nashville, Middle Tennessee area. My goal is to help you discern whether this is the right fit for you. It may not be. The Nashville, Middle Tennessee area may not be right for you, and maybe East or West Tennessee, or maybe Kentucky. Who knows? I don't know what's the right fit for you. And until you and I speak, until we talk, I won't know how to help you. So if you were seriously looking at moving to Tennessee, to Middle Tennessee, to any of this area, then I suggest you reach out to me. Let's have a free phone call. Whether you're looking for city life, suburban life, high-rise condo, farm, off the grid, I've got an idea of exactly what to help you with. I just need to know you and get to know you. So reach out to me. Let's have that 30-minute phone call, and I can help you narrow down your search to determine whether moving to Tennessee is the right fit for you. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that next house. One thing that people do have to realize while you're buying at a phase 1, phase 2, or early phases of any development, you not only are going to get the appreciation because each phase increases in price, but you also do have to live through a little bit of noise and a little bit of construction.
Yeah, but it can be worth it.
Oh, yeah. We've heard the differences in just how much this area has grown in the last 2 years. So this is one of the estates homes on the 40-foot wide lots, correct?
Correct. Or 40-foot house, the lot, I don't know the size of the lot.
Look at this opening.
Yeah, this is, it's a nice entrance. Now, you're gonna see blue tape all the way through. The painters are actually here today, I believe, getting ready.
And that blue tape is the builder themselves seeing problems, seeing little touch-up places, and taking care of that before the homeowner, a new homeowner, even has to mention it, right?
Yep. So
It's
blemishes, drywall.
Wow, look at this. Oh, I
Yeah.
could do this.
You know, for a production
I
house,
can do
this is it's not bad.
This is beautiful. For the people who want the open concept and you can't find it in Williamson or Davidson County under $1 million, here you go.
This house starts at $629,
That's crazy.
and the we'll get back to the back. You can see back there, that's a sunroom. Well, they call it a morning room. But that adds about $20,000 there. So really, for well under $700,000, this is what you can get.
You're having a well-appointed house. Quartz tops, room for 4 chairs, under counter, but still a lot of good workspace.
And again, you can take that sink and move it over to that in front of that window
In front of this window.
if you want the entire island.
Wow, but look at all this. This is phenomenal workspace. I like that people are getting a little bit away from the all white, because this part is painted dark.
Yep.
You know, they all work together, but it works nicely. This is a lighter LVP flooring. Back to the good-sized dining room. Good accessibility with super light.
Yeah, the nice thing is when you get that morning room, it kind of pushes some of that living space that way, which gives you,
Yeah.
you know, you do have the wall to divide the dining space, but you really do have a true dining area. I mean, this is a big table.
This is big. Big and usable, but it's not the room that's off to the side that nobody uses except
Yeah.
for twice a year. It
Exactly.
really incorporates. But look at this ceiling.
Nice vaulted ceiling in here, and we just talked to one of the bosses, and she said that it looks like they're going to add the beams as an option. You know, a lot of times they'll do stuff in a model that you can't buy, but in this case, they've had so many people ask.
Well, architecturally, this one is such an interesting house, even without all the bells and whistles. That could be added 4 years down the road if you
easily,
can
yeah,
afford it.
yeah.
But the architecture and the layout, and again, you pointed out earlier, look how wide the window framing is. It just makes the whole house look a lot more substantial. Doing it on 2x6.
Yes, for sure.
And I guess that's where my construction world comes in. Those things
Yeah.
really make a lot of difference to me. So this is the room that is the add-on.
This is the add-on, yep.
Oh, tell me you wouldn't spend all of your time right here. You can look all clear through, but not feel the windows.
It's a little cloudy today. I think we're going to get some rain, but normally you've got, basically 3 walls and windows here.
As we always do, the shoe molding.
This takes this room, if you do this option, you can't do the covered patio. You can do it aftermarket. After you move in, you could cover that, but you can add that extra slab of concrete there to make your patio larger, and of course you could go out into your yard
Right.
as well after you move in.
So this takes the place of that covered porch that was in the other
Yeah,
house.
for a $19,000 addition, that's really not bad.
Crazy good.
If you did this after the fact,
Yeah,
that would
add
be
more
easily double that.
flatscaping later. Oh, this is so pretty. What am I
this one
going
has
to
primary-
not go that way?
Primary down, I
Is that
think.
the primary?
Yeah, this is primary they painted.
Well, she's painting. We'll leave her alone. You're going to
Okay,
have to
yeah.
come see us to see the rest of that. This is where we would have come in from the garage.
This is the garage, landing area.
Rubberized flooring.
Yeah, the sealed floor, the epoxy
Epoxy.
floor. And then you've got a nice large laundry room.
Powder room, I think we missed because I was so excited to see that. But you do have your front office. It's got the doors to close off. So this...
Yeah, and you can do this as a bedroom option or the office. So
Okay.
you can swap that out if you want.
Well, how everybody wants a home office. We all work from home and need one. Again, the true hardwood treads.
We get this bonus space up here. And then this one is finished out with, there are 4 bedrooms up here.
So this is nice. This works off the bonus area. A bedroom, be a great guest bedroom.
And this, does this share? No, this is not
This
shared.
is not shared. This is just a walk-in.
And then we've got a full bath right here. And then I believe we have another full bath up here in one of the bedrooms.
It's kind of fun to see. It's hide and seek. Oh, back to showing us all the good systems. This would be closed, but I like seeing how the systems work in the house. Second bedroom has its own bath.
It's a nice guest suite up here.
9-foot ceilings upstairs.
And of course you could change out, if you wanted to finish out that tub with tile surround.
So this is the base plan. Doesn't have the tile surround.
Yeah,
Correct.
that particular tub, but you know, it looks like they've upgraded that flooring. But you know, you can, it just depends on where you want to spend your money. You know?
Exactly.
It's
Well, there are places you need to spend it because it structurally makes sense, and then places you can just do as you can afford it, to do it a little bit differently for you.
got
Linen
storage
closet,
or
storage.
game closet there. This is actually a very sizable
This could be a master.
room, and you do have that bump out over here, which is kind of nice, makes the room feel a whole lot bigger.
It sure does. Good sized rooms, 9-foot ceilings up. They have not skimped a bit.
I feel like they've used every square inch of this house. You know, I don't feel like there's any pockets, you know, where you think, what's behind there?
Or why didn't they use better
use
use of that
Yeah.
space? Well, that's what she was saying, that each area, actually they tweak some of the plans. It becomes a new plan because they tweak it and see how it could be better every time they visually see it. Sometimes they just stop completely and change the plan to make it a lot better.
Yeah.
As in this vaulted ceiling versus it was a 2-story in some houses. And I think people are loving the vaulted ceiling with the beams now.
Yeah, they did not have that plan. So this plan called the Kingston is essentially the new Landon that they had, which I've sold a couple of those, and they're nice houses, but that vaulted ceiling is really nice.
Really nice.
And you know, a lot of times if you have kids, a second story open to the downstairs can be very noisy.
It can be noisy. And if you have a child like my son, and my daughter, who likes to climb, that could be a little scary when they're 5 and 6 years old, thinking it's fun to, or throw things over the cliff. Saving the best for last one more time. Super windows.
Really good size primary.
I don't know. This is crazy to be so excited about this, but look how deep. Look how
Yeah.
much more quality this looks like than when it's on a 2x4.
Yeah,
like
you get that 2x6 framing, and not only that, you
Quiet.
get the structural strength, you get the insulation factor. You know, there's just a lot.
There's a
and that
lot.
is standard. That's not an upgraded option for 2x6 frame.
And that's
just
not
how they
something that
build.
most people notice unless you know. And then when you know, you really know.
And one thing that a lot of people will like, there are 2 closets in here. So you've got one right there, and then you've got another one in the bathroom.
Very pretty. So this one they've chosen, that's already a very large shower. So you don't even have to give
Yeah,
up a
so-
bathtub here.
So this is, you know, here you get to see the option for both. still get a linen closet. The other one was in this particular model. You know, we were in a
Right.
smaller
The other
model
one, you had to
before,
either lose the
but
linen
here
closet.
you do still get the linen closet, and it's a really nice
Big space.
layout. Yeah, big. Gosh, that's probably 10 feet. You think?
3, 6, 9, at
It's
least
probably
10.
a 10-foot countertop. So
Undermount sinks.
very spacious
They're
here.
very pretty. It's hard to go to an old house sometimes when you're seeing some of these new construction.
Every time I see one of these, I think, well,
I can
do I
move.
want to move out of my older house?
Okay.
Okay.
I think we have seen two really, really great options for people here in Mount Juliet. What do you
Yeah,
think?
very, very different. You know, obviously, and this isn't even the largest house they have. They will go up to just over 3,700 square feet.
Well, so many people
So-
are not wanting huge. They want well laid out. They want
Yep.
well designed. And this lives really big.
This is a great, very cozy space down here, and I feel like you know, if you don't have a reason to go upstairs, I probably would never go upstairs.
That's a
This would
great
be-
guest place. That's
Yep.
when the grandchildren come home to visit. I'm excited that we've seen this one and to be able to share it with our customers. And that's something that people need to recognize. There's new construction happening all over Middle Tennessee, all over Nashville. And finding experts who are, before they actually come on the market, like Chris, like me, like everybody on our team, we know about the new construction things before they actually hit the market. So you can't find it on Zillow. And staying on top of that is really important.